All right, we're going to continue working with Instagram, and I want you to take a look at how others are using Instagram, including using hashtags. So let's take a look at week 7, part B. So the type of business you have can affect the way you use Instagram, just as it affects just about any other social media platform. And adding hashtags to posts can help draw recognition to a specific post and also to the business. So, there's a couple of ways to place hashtags in your content, either writing a descriptive caption or they can be placed in a comment below the caption. And I don't remember if we've talked about, you can share your Instagram post with your Facebook page, and it's like getting two places to have your posts for the price of one, really. So, but I have created a video lecture here that explains somewhat about how there's different ways to use the hashtags in your posts. And I've had people in the past say, like, if you put the hashtags in the comment, they don't show up when you put or link it to Facebook. It just shows the caption. And I've had people say that if the hashtags are in the caption, you actually get some more recognition in Facebook as well as in Instagram. So kind of a different way to do it. Maybe you don't like the way it looks when you have hashtags, but anyway, I also explain in here how some larger companies don't use hashtags, and the reason being that they already have huge brand recognition and they don't need that extra boost to get their brand out there. But when you're little, you need to use all the tricks that you can, and hashtags are great. It'll pull you up. Even when I'm doing personal things like posting some of the flowers I have in my yard, if I put the name of the flower with the hashtag, I get extra people looking at my post that might never see it otherwise, because those are areas they are interested in. So if you're, say, selling donuts, and you put in donuts and then with hashtags using the area that you're in, the location, that helps, because then people are not, because I know when I look at some businesses and I think, wow, that looks great, I'd really like to try it, and then you can't tell where they are, or you have to do some research to find out where they are, and they're not local. So having local hashtags is really excellent, because then people know, oh, looks like a cool business, I want to go there, and oh, look, it's right nearby me, so I'm going to go. um, so I want you to do a little research and before you write your post. Look at some businesses that are in the same field that as you are planning on doing the business for this semester. Look at some large ones, some small ones, some national ones, some local ones, so you can get a feel for how businesses use hashtags. And again, you might say, look, Coke doesn't ever have to use it, or Pepsi, or any, some name brand thing, because we already know, we grew up with Coke and Pepsi, and you see it at the grocery store, and you don't have to, you go to out to lunch or whatever, and those are the products they have. They either have a line of Pepsi things or they have a line of Coke things. So they may not have to ever use hashtags, but if they brought something new out, they might add that in. So when you look at the different sites you choose, be sure and include the business names. But does Instagram seem to work well for them? I think probably it does, because it's kind of a popular social media right now, and it's easier to use maybe than some of the other ones. Are they using hashtags? Where are they doing it? Do they use the same ones on all their posts? Do they mix it up? What kind of hashtags are they using? Where are they placing them? And again, some of these questions, reasons for them, are explained in the little video I have up above. Anyway, I want you to create a blog post telling me what you find out in your research, and tell me, like, how many followers do they have, how often do they post, and the type of content that gets the most response, because that's going to help you as well. And things you find out is the way you write, the tone of your writing can help you. And again, if you look up in my example video up above, I show an example of a very funny Instagram post that it's from a nursery, and you just look at it and you have to laugh, and it's going to make you think about where it is. And then if you look at their caption and their hashtag use, because they do use them, they show that they are a local company and that they have different locations that are in Southern California and things like that. And it helps people, again, who are seeing their posts. It expands their brand recognition. They find out, oh, it is a local company that I could go to. And then talk about what do they do or what could they do to help improve their Instagram use. How can you improve your own Instagram use because of what you learn from them? And that's a quick way to learn things, is looking how other people are doing things well and how they are not doing things well. What are they doing that seems non-effective? And that way you can maybe skip some of that. It's like learning by um, what the others are doing, and that's really handy to do. It helps you, saves you time. You learn your game a little better. And anyway, list some of the hashtags that you see that they're using that might help your business as well. And usually you want to have some generic ones. You want to have some that are community based. You want to have some that are specific to your business, that reference only your business. And maybe people don't recognize that right away, but the more you use it, after a while, you're going to help build your brand recognition. So and then go ahead and write this up. But I also want you to check out your classmates Instagram pages, leave some comments maybe if you see something, a post that you like, and check out at least four. If you don't have any in your group that you see, well, just go ahead and click on any of the Instagram links that we have in the class links. And also, some people asked how to cross post the Instagram to your Facebook business page, and they found that it reached their personal page instead. And this is what Meta says on how to do it. I mean, hopefully it's still the same. They have social media, they have a way of changing things really quickly, but hopefully this is still effective. And if it's not, let me know and I'll update it.